Please click like button, all of you. Yes. Uh, Good evening, everyone. Let's start the session. And today's topic is going to be tax on sales and purchase. I request all of you to have their notebook. We are going to create the tax on sales and purchase, please. The server, I request all of you to have a book with you and write down the topic. This you can put it as ME11 consultant work. ME11 consultant work. Yesterday I told you no consultant work. You can put it in the heading of ME11 consultant work. The topic name you can write tax on sales and purchase. Tax on sales and purchase. And then you can write down tax on sales is for SAP AR or order to cash cycle. B. Tax on purchase is for SAP AP or cycle or procurement to pay cycle. All of you, please write down SAP taxes on sales and purchase. Then please write down the path. So tax on sales and purchase are going to be done by three consultants. You can write down. They are going to be three consultant work. FI consultant work, part A, FI consultant work, B, SD consultant work, C, consultant work. In taxation, the three work are FI consultant work, consultant work, and SD consultant. First, you write down part A, FI consultant work. And in FI consultant work, please write down the part SPRO, financial accounting, financial accounting and global setting, and then write down taxes on sales and purchase. Part A, FI consultant work for taxes on sales and purchase. The part is SPRO, financial accounting global setting, taxes on sales and purchase. In that, again, it is divided into three subfolders. In that, you can write down first part 1. In part A, part 1 is going to be basic setting. Part 2 is going to be calculation. And part 3 is going to be posting. In part A, this is nothing but SAP FI tax on sales and purchase. Again, it will have three substeps that is called SAP tax on sales and purchase will have part 1 as basic setting, part 2 calculation, part 3 posting. Now again you write down the subheading basic setting. In basic setting you got two steps to be written. In basic setting you write down the two steps are check calculation procedure and assign country to calculation procedure. In basic setting you have got step 1 is check calculation. Step 2 assign country to calculation procedure. The T code for check calculation procedure is OBYZ. Assign country to calculation procedure. The T code is OBBG. OBBG. Next, here click on the clock and the procedure. What is a tax procedure? Every country will have their own tax procedure. So, Kenya, we are going to use the standard procedure of Germany. Standard procedure of Germany can be used for Kenya also. And for all the Indians, the tax procedure for infrastructure is created as tax. Write down that. What is the tax procedure? Tax for every country there is a tax procedure. Yes or no? In India, the tax procedure what we follow is nothing but GST. In US, the tax procedure they follow is federal tax. In the same way, like Kenya, you'll have a tax procedure, and each procedure should have a name. And it is a predefined in SAP. Step one, you write down predefined in SAP. For all the enterprise structure which has been created in India, the standard tax procedure what you have to assign in our server is tax BM. So what is the first step? For all the Indian student Teja, it is going to be check calculation procedure. What is the calculation procedure for India? Tax BM. And you need not create. It is the tax for country is created only once, not for every enterprise structure. So all the students who have created enterprise structure in India, their calculation procedure or tax procedure is tax BM. And all the students who have created their enterprise structure in Germany or in Kenya, the tax procedure is going to be tax BM. If you have created in Germany or in Kenya, your tax procedure is going to be tax D. If you have created the enterprise structure in US, the tax procedure is going to be tax IL. All the tax procedure you see the here Surya is there. You make it so that all of you are clear that my name is attached there. So what is the procedure which I have to take for Kenya? It is tax D. For India, it is going to be tax BM on this server. Tax BM is for India, tax D is for Germany and Kenya, and tax IL is for US. And that's step one. With this T code, you can write down it is a. Now come to the second step. This procedure assigning country. Country is also one. For all KE, Kenya, tax D is assigned. Step 2 is also predefined. Clear? Everyone, as soon as they create a sales order or purchase order in Kenya enterprise structure, they should see whether for country KE tax D is assigned or not. If it is not there, then for all the student in India, you have to go and check whether for India tax BM is assigned or not. If some student would have changed it, na, Then you are going to create a sales order, you are going to get an error. If you are going to create a purchase order, you are going to get an error. Clear? And if you are created for US enterprise sector, it is going to be, as I told, tax IL. So the three countries where you could have created the enterprise sector, because the three country students who are there in this batch are Indian students, the tax procedure is tax BM. For Kenya, it is tax D, or for US, it is tax IL. So what we have understood for taxation part one, step one and step two, you don't have to touch anything in basic setting. Please don't touch basic setting. They are predefined. Please write down, all of you. Then in calculation, you got two steps. Define tax code. Define tax code for sales and purchase. This is nothing but your step three. For tax and sales and purchase, they are going to be totally five steps. First two steps are in basic setting. Next two steps are in calculation. So step three is define tax code for sales and purchase. The part is here. FTXP is the T code. And this is also, please write down, it is predefined. For country Kenya, in tax code, the two tax code should be created is, let's try to create our own for your benefit. I'll create two tax code for you, and that is all. Don't try to create any further. So what is the tax code I give? Input tax. I'll give IT. Input tax, I'm going to give 18% IT. Clear? And then for output tax, let me just create 18%. I created 18%. That is also predefined. Step 3. For India, also it is predefined. India, in tax BM also, I created the tax code 18% GST. And for when I'm doing my purchase order, input tax is also 18% in tax BM. Clear? Tax code is nothing but rate of percentage. So what is the rate of percentage in this country? For time being, we have taken universally it is going to be 18% taxation, both for input and output tax. We are going to do the real time. Your FI senior most consultant will give the tax code and give it to you. Don't worry on that. When you are doing on this server, I being the senior most consultant, I have created the tax code and given to you. Now please write down the tax code for sales or SAP AR is OT 18%. And then you write down tax code for purchases or accounts payable is IT, and that is 18%. And this step 3 is predefined. This also you need not do. Now step 4. Step 4 is also a part of your calculation. What is the step 4? Assign company code for tax determination.